Hi guys, welcome back to Dana with the Data Quick Take. So today I'm going to do a reaction to Jasmine Crockett fake crocodile tears over Renee Good. This is a congressional hearing over bail reform, and Jasmine Crockett broke down with zero tears coming down her face, but pretending to be crying over the killing of Renee Good. So take a look and then let's talk.
Thank you so much. It is so hard to sit here sometimes because I didn't come to Congress to write laws or to do things that are hurting people. I'm just asking if there's any decency or heart or courage on that side of the aisle. The fact that a woman was killed, she was shot in her head, and y'all are pretending like nothing happened. I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you remember what our response was? Our response wasn't to sit there and pretend like it was okay. Is it okay because you have a badge? Because the last time I checked, allegedly no one is above the law. Can y'all not just have a little bit of courage and humanity? A child. A child has lost her mom. And y'all want to pretend that it is okay. I am asking if there is anyone that will stand for the very people that elected us and sent us to Congress. You tell us things like, well, the immigrants are bad, and so we got to get all these bills because the immigrants are the ones that are causing the harm, they're bringing the crime. The mayor of Minneapolis told y'all to get the fuck out. Yet y'all are the ones, it is this administration that is bringing crime to their streets. That's what's happening.
It's the third incident where somebody has dropped an F-bomb in this committee, including the video.
I'm sorry.
Including the video that we had to watch earlier.
Are your princess ears okay?
Is it profanity?
The princess ears
House of Representatives.
The committee. You are about the fact that a woman.
Are you soft?
House of Representatives.
The gentlelady.
Are we offending your princess ears? Are they that soft?
All members will.
Maybe some of the kids out there.
Mr. Chairman, it is the gentlelady's
They're killing
time.
them.
Kids.
It is the gentlelady's time. Let's let her have her time.
It is the gentlelady's time. Would you stop the clock for a moment? Okay, and I'll restore that. The chair will remind all members that the person controlling the time is not to be unreasonably interrupted. We would further admonish that whenever possible to express the full meaning of something, it be done so without an expletive that may be offensive to people here in the audience or those who watch this on television. I understand that a quote at times is essential, but I would admonish everyone that it has been the practice of this committee for the many years I've been here to use such things as F-bomb in order to get the message out without actually using the word. Notwithstanding that, the gentlelady will be recognized for this time plus an additional 20 seconds. The gentlelady may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Long story short, we are sitting in judiciary and no one on that side of the aisle seems to care that this particular person, whose name we don't know at this point, became the judge, jury, and executioner. I don't know how you square that. And then we're sitting here literally in markup for a bail funds bill. When I first ran for office, it was in the midst of yet another lynching by law enforcement in Minneapolis. At that time, it was George Floyd. I remember working as a pro bono criminal defense attorney to help protesters that were being arrested. There were more than 600 protesters that were arrested in Dallas. There were churches that came together to make sure that there were bail funds. There were nonprofit organizations. And to explain how it works for bail, since we're in judiciary and we're writing the laws, and some people may not understand this, but those bail funds, those nonprofit organizations are not the ones that determine whether or not somebody gets bail. What they do is they help out poor people, which I know y'all are not interested in either. But they help out people that aren't rich and famous and have limitless amounts of money, like all of the Epstein defendants who somehow y'all can't find, even though y'all went and got Maduro. But it helps out those people to be able to get out of jail. Many of those people that if they spend just a couple of days in jail will then be thrust into straight up poverty because they will lose everything. Why it is that you want to criminalize people such as churches that are trying to help the poor because they understand what the Bible says, and they don't just say that they understand it or say that they love Jesus, but they decide that they actually put it into works because faith without works is dead. That is wrong too. And I'm here to tell you that there's going to be a lot of nonprofit organizations that are going to step up in this moment, because there are going to be protests around this entire country because of the state-sanctioned execution that we all saw unfold, unless there is some kind of justice that takes place and we get the name of that officer and that officer is prosecuted. So I ask that law enforcement, we have oversight over them. I am the oversight ranker. Let's go ahead. In fact, I make a motion that we have a hearing in the oversight subcommittee as it relates to this particular issue and what took place.
Here's my reaction. And I have some talking points. Princess tears. That's what it was. Fake princess tears. Jasmine Crockett walks around here like she is a princess. She is above the law. She can do no wrong. And she quickly switched from these fake princess tears to this sister girl, tough street attitude. Well, you're crying over a woman, Renee Good, who you never met, but that is your base supporters, right? Even though Renee Good was in the wrong, and the ICE officer who you want the identity to be revealed, why would you do that? That is a security issue. So you want people to dox this man, to be able to dox this man so that he and his family could be harassed because he was basically doing his job and she got in the way. And you cannot go against law enforcement, right? So she mentioned Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, if you remember, he received no sympathy from the Democrats. So why is she bringing him up? The Republicans are the ones who, was honoring him. You didn't see any Republicans in a congressional hearing crying. You don't cry in Congress. For what? Not even fake tears. So Democrats didn't show Charlie Kirk no sympathy. And that is not your job. That is not why people send or vote you guys into Congress. We don't vote you to go to Congress and cry. We vote for you to go there so that you can represent your district. She mentioned George Floyd. He was not lynched. See, the new term of any person now, not just black, but any person that is killed by law enforcement is a lynching. No. Stop making George Floyd your go-to. And it's funny because now you have same city, Minneapolis, Minnesota. George Floyd was that 5-6 years ago, and now Renee Good, a white woman, right? They're going to mortalize her, even though she was in the wrong. George Floyd was in the wrong, but that's their go-to. And it's pretty funny. All of these killings or death is coming out of Minneapolis, right? Liberal capital, well, one of the main liberal capitals. I don't like Jasmine Crockett because she only supports illegals, migrants, immigrants, transgender, and now white liberal lovers. But I'm going to call them liberal lunatics. She support liberal lunatics, transgender, immigrants, and illegals. That is it. She never talks about any type of congressional support or bills for Black girls, Black women, Black men, or just Black America, period. No, she doesn't even talk about bills that's going to benefit all of America. If this is a congressional hearing about law enforcement or bail reform, she never once mentioned or advocating for mass incarceration reform. This would have been the perfect opportunity for her to do such. Never mind Renee Good. She's gone. She interfered with law enforcement and they handled their business. They proceeded by the book. It's unfortunate she lost her life, but what about the parents who lost their children who are American citizens to illegals, Jasmine? She never mentioned their names, but we're going to get to them in a minute. Epstein list. Girl, you actually comparing the Epstein list to the capture of Maduro? The Epstein list is there. You have a list of names that are Republicans and Democrats. Who cares? Either they're going to release those millions of pages of Epstein's. Nobody really cares about the Epstein list right now. We have bigger issues. But you're going to compare the Epstein list to Maduro? This is the second time she is defending a dictator, Nicolas Maduro. Congressional hearings are not for you to be emotional. That is not your job. You can be stern and you can fight for what you believe in, for your district and for America, but breaking down crime, even cursing is not allowed. And she has been known to curse, to be erratic, to have an attitude a whole lot of times. So this is why I don't believe in Congress, because they don't do work. They don't. They just go to these congressional hearings, put on an emotional speech, fake crying, arguing, call each other names, and nothing gets done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jasmine Crocodile Tears Crockett.
A little bit of courage and humanity. A child. A child has lost her mom. And y'all want to pretend that it is okay. I am asking if there is anyone that will stand for the very people that elected us and sent us to Congress. You tell us things like, well, the immigrants are bad. And so we got to get all these bills because
Girl, shut the hell up. Shut up. Girl. You don't give a damn about that middle-aged white woman. You don't give a fuck about her or her kids. Bitch, please. Please. Like, I don't know who you think you're fooling. Sad part is there's some low IQ idiots that are probably crying with her. I'm not buying that bullshit. What about when Charlie Kirk died? Y'all motherfuckers was rejoicing. He deserved it. That's what I remember. What about Lake and Riley? Y'all don't cry when American citizens get killed by these illegal motherfuckers. Veterans sleeping on the street while you prioritize illegals. You don't give a fuck about that white woman. And she caused her death on herself. I don't care. I'm sorry. Nobody told her ass to go out there and impede ICE. You're a mom. What the fuck are you doing on a Wednesday afternoon obstructing law enforcement? Where the fuck were your kids? Like, why weren't you at home with your children? I am a mother. I'm a mother first. You won't ever catch me doing no dumb, irresponsible shit like that. And Jasmine Crockett, girl, shut your bitch ass up. Nobody's buying it. And if you are buying it, I have a beachfront beach house in Las Vegas that I can sell you right now. We're done with this shit, girl. You are a theater kid. And nobody's buying that bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not. How long before we don't have to see this bitch anymore? Because I'm tired of her. Like, didn't they draw you out of your district? You hurry up and get the fuck. You definitely not making it to the Senate either. So, girl, bye. Like, this lady is. This is what happens when you don't have no man and you don't have any children or anything to live for. You turn into this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Jasmine Crockett, do you remember Dakara Thompson, who was killed by an illegal? Do you? Where are the crocodile tears for her? And she's black. Because you love to talk about the so-called suffering of Black Americans, right? And how they're racist, Trump is a racist, and, you know, it's voter suppression. Well, when you have a Black American girl murdered by an illegal, why are you not crying on a congressional floor in a congressional hearing about her? That would have been right up your alley. She went radio silence. She never mentions anything about young Black girls and Black women and Black men and boys. Nothing about a Black person except for George Floyd. What about Sonia Massey from Illinois, who was literally gunned down unlawfully by a police officer? Where were the crocodile tears for Sonia? What about all of these other young, beautiful American girls murdered by illegals? Nothing. Now, I believe Congress did do one thing right, passed the law, the Raleigh Gaines, or the Raleigh Law, the Raleigh Act. But she never, shed a tear for none of these young women, young ladies. No, she has not. And this is why she should not be a senator. She don't even deserve to be a House representative because she does not represent America. She represents illegals. You want to go against ICE agents that are the ones removing illegals from this country, and you have a problem with that? So this is why I call out Jasmine Crockett every chance I get, because she does more harm than good. She's phony, she's bought, she's paid for, and she's grifting. Jasmine Crockett is bought and paid for. She is a grifter. She does not represent me as a Black woman. She does not represent Black America. She does not represent America. If she and her party had it their way, we would become a socialist, communist regime. We would be taken over and evaded by China or Russia. Yeah, it would literally be the complete fall of the United States of America. So again, please save those phony crocodile tears for when you do lose the Senate race in Texas, because you're not going to win. Yeah. So guys, listen, please let me know what you think in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Real Dana, and hit that bell button to get all notifications, and let's keep our foot on Jasmine Crockett and the Democrats' neck. Because this is a midterm year, honey, and we got to make sure Congress stay red. And as for you Republicans, get a damn backbone. Get a backbone and make sure that you retain your seats and pick up some new ones. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Dana with the data. Dana with the data.